The euro is at the cusp of US dollar parity and oil extends losses. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. The euro is at a 20-year low and is teetering on the brink of parity to the US dollar. It's on concerns that an energy crisis will tip Europe into a recession, while the dollar is boosted by expectations that the Federal Reserve will hike rates faster and further than peers. The biggest single pipeline carrying Russian gas to Germany, the Nord Stream 1, has begun annual maintenance, with flows expected to stop for 10 days. Governments, markets, and companies are worried the shutdown may be extended. Oil extended losses this morning as COVID-19 resurgence in China adds to concerns about a global economic slowdown and as the IEA warns that the worst of the energy crisis may be ahead. The IEA says the world has never faced such an energy crisis in depth and complexity, and this may not be the worst of it. West Texas lost over 1% in morning trade, dropping below $103 a barrel. The rising dollar has added to the pressure, making oil less attractive to investors. India's inflation will hold above the top of the central bank's tolerance band for at least the rest of this year, longer than previously thought. It makes several more interest rate hikes in the coming months very likely. That's according to a Reuters poll. Reserve Bank of India raised its repo rate by a total of 90 basis points in May and June. Soaring global commodity prices have kept inflation above the RBI's 6% upper tolerance range all year. Twitter shares plunged as Elon Musk made a mocking, defiant commentary about a looming court battle after he ditched his $44 billion buyout plan. Twitter fell 11.3% to close at $32.65, with analysts saying Musk's exit places the company in a vulnerable state. Musk tweeted pics of himself laughing while writing, "They said I couldn't buy Twitter, then they wouldn't disclose bot info. Now they want to force me to buy Twitter in court. Now they have to disclose the bot info in court." Staying with Musk, a booster rocket developed by his SpaceX for its next-generation Starship spacecraft has burst into flames during a ground test firing in Texas. It will likely be a setback for Musk's aim of launching Starship to orbit later this year. The Super Heavy Booster 7 prototype was seen in a live stream recorded by the website NASA Spaceflight. There was no immediate indication of injuries. The number of commercial aircraft in operation will more than double in the next 20 years to 48,000 planes, according to Airbus. The European plane maker says urbanization and development will create a bigger global middle class of air passengers. This segment could rise 50% by 2038 to almost 6 billion people. Airbus says most of the expected 4.3% annual growth in air traffic will occur in the Asia-Pacific region, where demand for new planes is set to surpass that of Europe and North America combined. Apple's quest to produce a viable self-driving car remains stalled despite years of work, with its team plagued by setbacks as rivals race ahead. That's according to the information tech news website. Apple chief Tim Cook last year hinted that an option could be for Apple to build an autonomous driving technology platform used by automakers. However, self-driving Apple cars have reportedly had trouble on streets near its Silicon Valley headquarters, bumping curbs, straying from lanes, and almost hitting a jogger legally crossing a road. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.